Hi guys, bear with me. Let me put my glasses on because I'm going to be reading. God, I have a freaking... I filmed a video last night and I don't know what was on my lens. I don't know if it was a smudge that I missed or what. I always clean my lens before I film. And it was just smudgy, out of focus, bad footage. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. Yes, I could have used the audio because the audio was perfectly fine, but I decided not to. But we're going to talk about Tizzyent today. Some of y'all are going to be really mad at me for making this a video because I'm sure that some people that come across this video are fans of his, and that's fine. But when I came across what I came across about him, I was surprised because I've seen some of his videos over on TikTok and I liked him. I felt like he was into the accountability culture thing. I felt like he was able to, the few videos that I had seen, I felt like, you know, he's not calling people names. This is cool. And he would talk about a wide range of different topics and tie it back to accountability. So when I saw this, I was quite surprised, but then I actually sat back and thought about it and realized, like, I didn't really watch that many of his videos. It was probably maybe less than 10 over the course of a year or so. And it just goes to show, like, you know, if you have been a terrible person, eventually people are going to start talking about you. And I fell down this rabbit hole and I wanted to share it with you guys because I know a lot of you are so tired of hearing about Colleen Ballinger and Jessica Kent and even Doherty Dozen. It's been a while since I've talked about Alicia and any of her nonsense, so I figured today let's talk about someone brand new I've never talked about and have a conversation about it. Please listen to this video with open ears. If you still disagree once you listen to the video, that is perfectly fine. Leave your thoughts down below. If you don't know who this person is, now you'll know a little bit about them. But as a reminder, I'm never here to cancel anyone. I'm just here to make sure that people are educated on who they're supporting on social media if they want to be educated on it. If you don't, that's fine too. So Tizzyent has 5.8 million followers over on TikTok. Some people have labeled him as the, quote, king of accountability. And as any large creator does, there are also what you might call detractors. People who don't like him, people who call out him being problematic. And that's just part of growing online. There's always going to be a select group of people that don't care for you. The problem with Tizzy is that the things that people are calling him out for are a really big deal. It's not just somebody who's disagreeing with his opinion. These are much more serious issues. And as we go through this and I tell you guys more, I think that this scenario will correlate to some of the other things that I've talked about on my channel before with creators' behaviors, how they make their content and then how they respond to people that don't like them or disagree, and the lack of being able to have an intellectual conversation with some people. Aside from the valid criticism, a lot of people also call him performative. People call him performative, and they also call him out for using his fans as kind of an army. He will unleash the troops on these people that he'll cover, and he will tell followers directly to go tell this person how you feel. Go send them a friend request if they're private. Go, you know, talk to so-and-so. Find out who this person is and give me that info. He takes it so far outside of, this is what's happening, let's have a conversation about it. And I understand, like I said in another video recently, there are certain situations where people should know this person is actually like so far beyond disgusting, like this needs to be shouted from the rooftops. But a lot of the stuff on social media is just like, let's just talk about it, let's have a conversation, and hope for some accountability on the internet. We usually don't get it, but we can all hope. So recently when I fell down this rabbit hole, I was really enlightened on why people don't like Tizzy and why he has people that consistently call him out for the content that he creates. One of the first pieces of content that I came across was another TikTok creator sharing how he once took a photo of an African American man who was basically like sitting across from him. I don't know what kind of establishment they were in, if it was a restaurant, a train, a bus station, I don't know. But he took this photo of this man without his knowledge, and his caption on his photo says, "There is something slightly terrifying about this guy looking at a catalog of..." I'll put text on the screen because I have to really censor myself on YouTube. So, would he have made that post? We have to address the obvious question. What if that man was white? Would he have still taken that photo and posted this publicly for people to chime in on? What are we doing? What are we doing taking photos of people without their proper consent or without their knowledge and making it a point to say, there's something terrifying about this guy. This guy is scaring me because of the material that he's looking at. Why don't you mind your business? If you are sitting across from somebody, why are you looking at what they are reading? First of all. Second of all, why are you taking the photo? Third of all, what if the guy was white? Obvious questions. If you were going to guess that this was the only situation where he was inappropriate towards African American men, that would be fully incorrect. He has a Tumblr blog that is still actually up as of today, right now. It basically explained how he was in a some kind of public setting, and he makes a blog post about this African American man wearing a McDonald's uniform came in and was playing music using the speaker on his phone. Tizzy asked, "Do you have earphones?" The guy said no, continue to play his music. So Tizzy says, "Hey, I might like the sound of my privates. Makes effing your mouth. That doesn't mean you will." So basically this guy was enjoying his music and liking the sound that his music was making, and because Tizzy wanted to make a point, he went from 0 to 100 and decided to put this on a blog post that is still up as of today. Obviously inappropriate, obviously absolutely disgusting, but to also make it a point to tell everybody that the guy works at McDonald's as if he is beneath you. I've talked about career shaming before, job shaming. If somebody is working a job and earning an income for themselves so that they can literally survive, why on earth would you throw shade at that, have any negative comments about that, try to use it as a way to make fun of somebody? We are all out here simply doing our best. It doesn't matter that the guy works at McDonald's. I don't care if he worked at McDonald's, if he worked at Apple, if he was a damn intern at Google. That has nothing to do with anything. And for him to literally threaten SA because this individual didn't have earphones and Tizzy was annoyed by the sound that his music was making, these are the kinds of people that are given platforms. It is astonishing to me.
People like you call me performative.
It's because you are. So this is everybody's reminder that before Tizzyent was Mr. Accountability, big social justice guy, he would take pictures of strangers on trains without their knowledge and then post it on social media and make fun of them. He also has an entire Tumblr blog that is still up to this day, where he makes fun of a black man for working at McDonald's and then threatens to SA him for listening to music without headphones on. He was also harassing and stalking my friend Tanya Marie because they got into a disagreement and she blocked him on everything. And this is him leaving a comment on Venmo because he couldn't reach her anywhere else. But you'll continue to support him and let him profit off of the trauma of communities he's not even a part of. It's what it is.
Now, if you thought that those two situations weren't, quote, bad enough, or maybe you don't care, maybe it's not a big deal to you, I want to talk about when he sent his fans after a 10-year-old child. You heard that right. That is not exaggerating. Essentially what happened is he started this one video by saying, and yes, I will insert clips for context and as a form of receipt. He says, hey everyone, if you have a minute, hop over to, and he says the username of the child. She is one of those people who thinks that the internet exists so she can say whatever she wants to say without any repercussions. She made her account private because she was afraid of everyone coming to visit her, because he is infamous for sending his fans to basically spam people's comments and unleash on the people that Tizzy covers, especially if they are doing something that he disagrees with. He constantly unleashes his fans, tells his fans to go to this person, tell them how you feel, leave them a comment, whatever it is. And when you're using your fans to fight your fight for you and encouraging it like that, it's a very, very dangerous game. It's very, very dangerous. So she made her account private because she was afraid of everyone coming to visit her. So my suggestion is you can send her a friend request and bomb her page when she accepts. This is a child. You can simply report her account. So what he's saying is this young child is trying to protect herself, so her social media is now private. And I want you guys to go send her friend requests, and when she accepts the request, report her account, simply because this child said something to a grown man that he did not like, and his fragile ego couldn't take it. This is insane. So then he made a follow-up video. He said that he approached her about this situation, and she said, I don't give a fuck, I can do what I want, as any child would say. When I was 10 years old, do you actually think that some stranger approaching me, trying to talk down to me, belittle me, do you think that that would be a good exchange? You're a grown adult. Why are you talking to me? I'm a child. Adults talking to kids. We've had this conversation recently because of Colleen Ballinger. It is inappropriate any way you slice it. He continued in this follow-up video and said, so I said cool, and I sent you all to pay her a visit. Thank you for that. So he's thanking his fans for unleashing on a literal child. He then goes on to say how he located this girl's boyfriend. Literally, like 10, I think maybe the boy was 12 and she was 10, or they were both around that age. It doesn't even matter. These are literal kids. So he found her, quote, boyfriend, and he says that the boyfriend deserves better. And then he goes on to say, there must be some followers here that are around the age of 12. So you're assuming the kids are watching you, and you're okay with that? This is so inappropriate on so many different levels. So he says, there must be followers here that are around the age of 12. You have lovely young ladies who are also nice. So hop over and pay him a visit. If you like good-looking young men with chestnut brown hair, and explain that he deserves better than someone who is nasty inside. This is so bizarre. I feel like when I was listening to this, I almost felt like I was in Bizarro World. Because you would think that any grown adult would not only not want kids watching their TikToks because they make adult content, like, you know, we're having conversations about things that kids don't need to hear about, all the bad things happening in the world and people disrespecting each other and mistreating one another. So, number one, why are you okay with kids consuming your content? Number two, you're acknowledging that you're pretty sure that kids are watching your content, and then you're encouraging those kids to go bother another child on social media, and you're complimenting this young boy who is around 12 years old, saying that he's nice looking and he has an Australian accent and chestnut brown hair. This guy is foul.
Good morning, everyone. If you have a moment, hop over to Iona. She's one of those people who thinks the internet exists so that her 10-year-old ass can say whatever she wants with no repercussions. She did make her account private because she was afraid of everyone coming to visit her. So my suggestion is you could send her a friend's request and bomb her page once she accepts. You could simply report her account. But I think it's a good lesson to learn that you can't just say whatever you want and not have repercussions. Have a great day. Hi, everybody. So the other day I posted a video about a young girl who decided to jump on my videos, and when I approached her about it, she was like, I don't give a fuck, I can do what I want, I can say what I want. And I was like, cool, and I sent you all to pay her a visit, and many of you did, and thank you for that. Well, her account was called Iona Loves Sean, and it's all about how she's obsessed with her boyfriend, Sean, even though they're 12 years old. Well, today, I found Sean. Now, here's the thing. I don't want anyone to go give Sean hate. Actually, Sean seems like a really sweet guy. If anything, I think Sean deserves better. So I figure there's got to be some followers here that are around the age of 12. Lovely young ladies who are also nice. So why don't you hop over and pay Sean a visit? That is, if you like good-looking young men with chestnut brown hair who also have Australian accents. And maybe explain that he deserves better than someone who's nasty on the inside. Thanks. Bye.
There's this creator with 5.7 million followers named Tizzyent. And after I saw this video of them, I honestly think that they're unhinged. Now, the weirdest thing is that after seeing this video, I try to look up like context about this situation, and there's nothing. There's nothing out there. This video doesn't exist anywhere else except this one video where I found it from. Basically, what Tizzyent's doing in this video is trying to get his 12-year-old followers to home wreck two 12-year-olds' relationships, and he is advertising this 12-year-old to get people to date him because he doesn't like this guy's girlfriend or something and he thinks he could do better. So I'm just gonna play this video for you, and I want you to let me know what you think about this.
Hi, everybody. So the other day I posted a video about a young girl who decided to jump on my videos and leave comments about how I'm a pedophile. And when I approached her about it, she was like, I don't give a fuck, I can do what I want, I can say what I want. And I was like, cool, and I sent you all to pay her a visit, and many of you did, and thank you for that. Well, her account was called Iona Loves Sean, and it's all about how she's obsessed with her boyfriend, Sean, even though they're 12 years old. Well, today, I found Sean. Now, here's the thing. I don't want anyone to go give Sean hate. Actually, Sean seems like a really sweet guy. If anything, I think Sean deserves better. So I figure there's got to be some followers here that are around the age of 12. Lovely young ladies who are also nice. So why don't you hop over and pay Sean a visit? That is, if you like good-looking young men with chestnut brown hair who also have Australian accents.
So there he is, trying to get his followers to home wreck a 12-year-old's relationship. As like a general rule, once you're like 13, maybe 14, you should never care about a 12-year-old relationship ever again. So what do you guys think about this?
Certain things that I've seen on this platform have made me question those people that I admire.
So the other day I posted a video about a young girl who decided to jump on my videos and leave comments about how I'm a pedophile.
Let me first say I'm not here to make excuses. This video is being made because I don't want people to attack others. I don't want people to attack Nurse Naya or Dinesh or our exorcist or Aunt Karen or anyone for having a problem with something that I've done. People, especially those who are mutuals of mine and have been associated with me, should be able to say, hey, I'm not okay with what this person said or did, and that be okay, because otherwise people will assume that they are okay with it. And I know there will be people who are like, well, what was the context of that? What were you saying? So I'm going to explain that, again, not as an excuse. So this is back when I was still just lip syncing on the app. I wasn't doing any kind of advocacy. I had maybe 100K followers at that time. And I had a girl who came into my comments and was making posts calling me a pedophile. I think people have realized at this point that that's triggering for reasons I won't go into. So I first reached out to her and was like, wow, that's really not cool. You can really hurt someone by doing that. And her response was, fuck you, I don't care. So I made the first video. Now I want it to be clear. I didn't get any information on this person. I never sent anybody to like their Instagram or somewhere else or where she goes to school. All of this was contained on TikTok. But I made that. And at the time, I really didn't understand what making a post like that, how your followers could respond to that. Like, it never dawned on me that she could get a ton of hate messages. I thought people would just go like, hey, that's not cool. It's really wrong that you would do that. And honestly, that is what people did. She didn't get a bunch of hate messages out of it. But she responded again, like, I don't give a fuck, all of you, blah, blah, blah. And that's when I made the video about her boyfriend, who is also on TikTok, saying maybe there's a nice girl who would like to be with him. Again, not really understanding what could have come from that, and I'm very fortunate that it didn't result in a bunch of people just harassing them. But that doesn't change the fact that it could have, and it doesn't change the fact that it's wrong, and I was wrong. And it's something, while I would never do it today, I did it then. Now lately there's been a lot of focus on things that I've done or said in the past, and it causes a lot of people to have to make content on it or address it. And that causes people to not be able to focus on the good things they should be focusing on. I mean, Dinesh and our exorcists were swatted and almost no one's talking about it. That's not right. My being here right now seems to be a distraction, and I don't want to be a distraction. So I am going to take some time off from this app to reflect and look at what I can do to be better. There are good creators doing good things, even ones who have had a problem with me, and I want them to be able to focus on that. So please support them, and let's try and get back to doing real.
So there was another video that I came across talking about Tizzy, and it came from a disabled veteran U.S. military vet. And basically his perspective of consuming Tizzy's content was that he was not being fair in the topic of mental health and military vets. So this guy decided to leave his opinion. And he signed when he was done, with his opinion on it, he signed it that he was a disabled military vet. So Tizzy knew that. Instead of reading the comment, maybe replying, or just simply ignoring it, he blocked the guy. And when he was confronted about why he blocked this guy, he said that he thought it was a troll, and he had recently gone on and blocked a handful of trolls. He claimed that this veteran was trying to stir the pot and wanting to tear down. How ironic that some of these really toxic creators that are constantly way overstepping the line, insulting people, encouraging people to go real life, exploiting people for their own financial gain. It's so funny that when you approach them with criticism, they tell you that you're the bully. You're the one trying to stir up trouble. You're the one trying to tear down, despite the fact that these people build their entire platforms off of tearing down others. And I have been unfairly labeled before as somebody who tears people down. And I think that's just kind of like a tagline, because some people don't like commentary at all. They think that it's, quote, none of your business, you're a hater. We've had that conversation. But the one thing that I will say is I have done my best to never approach my content from the seat of, I want to tear this person down. I might have some really harsh opinions about what I'm seeing, but my goal has never been to be toxic and use a cause as a way to say, well, I'm doing it for this cause. And if I have to get nasty, then this cause is going to be here to allow me to justify my own behavior. That is kind of a really old argument, though. We have seen that for a really long time. These people, it's like Their egos get fed because they're growing their audience. And then you're part of that audience for a while, and then you see something that you don't like, or you have a different perspective now. And you go to share your opinion, and everything is just like pushed right back on you as if you're the problem. I find that really interesting, and there's a handful of creators that I've talked about on my own channel that have done that.
Hey y'all, so I've been sitting back for a week or two watching this whole thing with Tizzy play out, and I now feel the need to say something. I'm also speaking out because my friends and fellow creators out there that are standing up and speaking out, I want them to know that I have their back. I see what's going on and that they're not alone. And for me personally, Tizzy's gone at veterans using mental health, and that really pisses me off. But, you know, gave him the benefit of the doubt because he's a big creator. He's got a large following, you know, and he seems to do a lot of other good videos. So it's like, you know, you kind of let some of this go because, you know, I've done videos where things came out wrong. But when it's over and over and you're starting to use things like domestic violence and things like that, not a good look. So I went ahead and said something. I said, you attacking veterans' mental health never sat well with me either, but we gave you the benefit of the doubt. You should consider stepping back from all social media for reflection, not just TikTok, man, signed a disabled veteran who suffers with mental illness. His response to that was to block me. But not before saying this. So he responded to my first tweet and said, I've blocked a lot of troll accounts in the last few days. If you were mistakenly blocked as well, I apologize. Bro, my account has like 40,000 followers. You didn't mistake me for a troll. And then his response to the tweet I read you, like I said, I block people whose only interest seems to stir the pot and troll. You aren't looking for better, you're looking to tear down. Says the guy who tears people down on his platform daily. And of course, after his little fake apology here on TikTok, he's still on Twitter doing his social media thing. He's not taking a break. He doesn't care. He doesn't feel like he did anything wrong. This dude is just saying what he needs to say to save his platform and blocking anybody who challenges that. Like I said, man, none of us are perfect, and I've had my own shit on here and misunderstandings, but when it's a continuous things and it's some of the things you've used to attack others to prove your point, it's just not a good look, man. Having a large platform and doing some good videos doesn't negate shit like this.
Maybe some of you guys listen to Tizzy, and if you do and you like his content, as I've said before, I'm never here to tell people to pick a side, choose a side, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't know about any of this, and I had come across his content. So as soon as I went down that rabbit hole and I was seeing the things that I was seeing, it gave me a different perspective on him. Now, once in a while, if he comes across my For You page, will I listen to what he's saying? Possibly, maybe not. When you're getting so involved in accountability culture and using really important causes as a way to send a message, you better make sure that your side of the street is clean. And if and when you mess up, don't call people trolls, and don't say that they're here to stir the pot. And don't call people detractors just because now they're not on, quote, your side. But either way, I think that's going to be it for now. I will have other videos coming. I've been kind of taking it a little easy this week. It is so hot today. It says that it's 94, but I'm in the shade, and the heat index said that it was 112, so that's what we're dealing with over here. But tell me how you feel about Tizzy. Do you know who he is? Have you seen his videos and you don't follow him? Have you seen his videos and you do follow him? If you do follow him, were you aware of this situation, especially with the 10-year-old? Like, that is wild to me, to unleash your fans and encourage them to have any communication with children. You're not only unleashing them, but you are telling them to go talk to this girl's little boyfriend who's like 12 years old. What on earth? I just don't understand that. I don't understand it at all. And I don't understand just like shutting down a disabled vet who came to you to share his opinions. And he's told that he's stirring the pot. How do you think that makes him feel? How do you think it makes somebody feel to share their opinions from the seat of somebody who is actively dealing with the issues that you are using for your financial gain? And when they share the opinions, you tell them that they're a troll and they're stirring the pot. That's crazy.
This is the problem with allies on this app. You get to apologize and then move forward. But the communities that you have hurt and affected don't get to move forward with that apology. You have had to utter quite a few apologies lately, and it's becoming quite clear that these apologies are for you.
I warned y'all when I came back, I was about to piss some people off, and as God is my witness, I'm a man of my word. So question for all the allies out there. How many shit takes does this goofy gotta make in order for y'all to hold him accountable for anything? This dude literally got a track record for making shit takes. People call him out, tell him that those are shit takes, and then he jumps on here with a bullshit ass apology that sounds something like this. I'm incredibly sorry for the things that I said that upset you, but please understand that I come from a very racist and homophobic family, so I'm doing everything I can to unlearn those things. And then his followers will literally go and attack the people that he's apologizing to, just like Ryan, and say shit like this. Despite what he said being wrong, he still calls out people that need to be called out? He apologized. How are you going to act now? This is a perfect fucking example of the white privilege that we be talking about. Helping track down a dude who punched a woman on the train, but listen to what he said in that video.
Yeah, I don't think sucker punching random white women because you didn't like that she wasn't respecting you. And I don't know if you're still with the mother of your children or not, but I might like to ask her if punching white women is something that's new to you, or is this a pattern that's been going on for a while?
Why'd you feel the need to keep bringing up the women's race, Tizzy? How about punching women, period, is wrong, regardless of their race? You can fool everybody else, but you ain't fooling me, and that's on Malcolm X. And if you felt yourself getting ready to defend him, ask yourself, why?
So I'm done yapping now. For now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.